Sometimes with collectibles, there's as much fun just following the story of why, or in some cases, why not, some of these beautiful coins make it to us in the first place. One of them was our four-term president, President Roosevelt, his passing in 1945, and his coin coming out in 1946. We'll get into that story, but tonight our collection is the first 30 years of the high-end proof, San Francisco style. So that's right here, 1968, all the way to 1997. San Francisco took over the proof set manufacturing for all U.S. coins, circulating coins at that time in 1968. Prior to that, it was Philadelphia. So this is the first 30 years. Point number one, the only place these coins were issued were in official U.S. mint proof sets, which means to put this together, we have to break a proof set. Or over time, a proof set is broken, or over time, inside of a proof set, there's a problem coin, so nobody wants to set, but the other 4 coins are, or 5 coins are okay. So we crack them, encapsulate them, and set them aside for a special rainy day, so to speak, like today. But I love this collection because of one thing. Look at the value. $59.95 divided by 30 coins. Means we are under $2 a coin for the most limited production Roosevelt dime every year. Right? There's the P's and D's in circulation. There are no S's in circulation. And then the San Francisco proof, which is in the proof set. This is that coin. My competition, let's just talk about them right now, and then we'll have some fun with the story. We found a collection, right, that was close. It was kind of close. It was 1976 to 1994. So it's actually 19 coins. They're missing the early 8, and they're missing the most expensive coins, the last 3. And they were at $107. Well, if you add in the 68 to 74, it's another $31. And the 2 of the most expensive dimes in the last half century are 1995 and 1997. We did not cut them out of this collection. They are included in this collection. Our competition wants $30.95 and $23.95 for those 2 coins, which is $62.65 for those 3. We're less, and you get the other 27 packaging in the box. If you add them all together, they're north of $200 for the same collection we're a third of. But now let's have some fun talking about just the coin, why the coin, etc. First of all, our only 4-term president, right? He was our president getting us out of the Depression. He was our president into World War II, passed away right before the ending, right? The way legislation is written, if there's a coin in circulation, like the Mercury dime before this, 1916 through 1945. It was in production for more than 25 years. The mint does not need congressional approval to change its design because it met its requirements, 25 years. The mint can change it. Well, obviously, our 4-term president, very popular president, legislation or a bill was written on May 3rd. The Treasury Secretary decided to change the design to the dime on May 17th. And the unique part is, and there's lots of information on this, it's a good read, is looking at the collecting public at that time. The person in charge of one of the publishers of the numismatist, as well as others, were out there saying, I'm sorry, Roosevelt might have been a great man and a great president, but the only 3 presidents that are in circulating coins right now are Lincoln, Jefferson, and Washington. Roosevelt is not one of them, so he should not be on his own coin. We should make a commemorative dollar or something to pay tribute to our fallen president. Obviously, that didn't stick. The U.S. Mint did it anyways, and it's been our dime in circulation for the last 3/4 of a century. Now, because of his work with the March of Dimes, again, our president with polio, and is caused to help others not have this or work through this, work out of this, right? Is the reason why they chose the dime as a logical destination point. Now, they also didn't like the fact that the design of the coin was not appropriate for the stature of the man, right? They wanted to make it a bigger coin. Well, a dime can't be bigger, but it made perfect sense, didn't it? Right? Perfect sense. So tonight we have the first 30 years of the rarest coins made each year, the proofs, each of them encapsulated in a beautiful presentation box, and we're under $2 a coin. Now, the phones are very busy right now, and we thank you for that. Remember, avccoins.com is there to help us out all the time, 24/7, 365. The item number on this specific is 905-5348. It'll bring you right to it. Put it into your shopping cart, hang around for a while. We will let you know as the show goes when we're close to a sellout. Right now, we're on a good path to be there, but I got a few more minutes to talk. Let's see where we go, right? So again, 30 proof coins that only come from proof sets. How do we do this? How can our competition be 3 times our price? Well, we buy a lot of proof sets. We're one of the biggest buyers in the country. And when we bring them in, if they're not what we call retail friendly, if they don't have beautiful boxes, certificates, the plastic's not cracked, which are the San Francisco sets, i.e. a set we'd like to own ourselves, it gets pushed aside. If we can take a box of one and the plastic of another and put it together, we will. Most of the time we can't. Or if the plastic is cracked, or let's just say there's a porosity spot on one of the coins and it's an obvious, nobody would want it. We're going to break the set, encapsulate the individual coins that we can save, and then put them aside for that rainy day. Well, that rainy day is today, finally. We finally got in the 95, which is the killer. It is the key coin. So this set can be available here tonight. Guys, let's put a 1-minute clock up. We started with a good number. We had a roll set of these eventually built, which is 50 of them, and now we're down to less than 20, thank you, and we're tracking well. avccoins.com, phones are very busy, but it's all about value, right? The story, can't beat it. Great story, as I referenced earlier, read it. It's a fun read. I mean, the conversations of what is greatness, right? The only 4-term president. It has nothing to do with politics. It's just the only 4-term president. And doesn't stack up to the other 3. Good argument. Logical, it should be on the dime. Great play by the U.S. Mint. And today, 75 years later, it's still the coin of the realm. Speaks volumes. And these are the finest. Proof is a method of manufacture. It's the coin made for collectors. It's the most limited coin every year. Not over 200 for the same 30 coins. We're at $59.95. Divided by 2 is divided by 30 means we're under $2 a coin. That's something special, and it's not going to last much longer. Thanks for listening.